Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with a with a message from Divine. And for all of you guys that resonate with this reading, I really want you to open your heart and listen to the things that I am communicating to you, because this is a special message, especially for the chosen one. And if you, or chosen ones, and if you resonate with this video, I really want you from that moment on to be your authentic, genuine, true self. So I asked Spirit, I asked Divine, and I also did a little prayer to my entire Heavenly Council, which consists of Oshun, Saint Lazarus, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, my grandma Belle. I do have a shaman spirit guide. I'm a light worker, crystal indigo, a healer. I have all the clairs. So I want this video to help you in a way that you're not afraid to step into being like your authentic true self. And the first card that came out was the Pink Rose of Lady Nada. Okay, so this is for anyone that's having difficulty on their journey, difficult accepting their gifts, wondering what they are, whether it be a crystal indigo, rainbow, starseed, the list goes on and on. This video is going to guide you to who you are deep within and where you're being led to. Okay, so for the first card that came out, the Pink Rose of Lady Nada, I'm going to read what that card represents. Okay, so that is number 29. Let me get my light, because with this book, the words are so small. So number 29, the Pink Rose of Lady Nada. You are in the midst of a heart healing, a healing of the fears and anxieties that have held you back from enjoying your full magnificence. Lady Nada is here with all her gentle power, washing you in soft pink light. All anger, fear, sadness, bitterness, disappointment, and hurt are soothed and loved into peace. She brings you a sign of your future blossoming into deeper love. The Pink Rose of Lady Nada is a spiritual gift from the higher guidance. It brings love, healing, strength, and compassion to your heart. You may be burned out or feeling anger, fear, depression, chronic fatigue, or compromised wellness. Perhaps your heart is so tired that you struggle with compassion fatigue, finding it difficult to care, even though your nature is one of deep compassion and kindness. So remember the Pink Rose of Lady Nada and the information that I just gave you. The next card that came out, Unplug from Mass Consciousness. Unplug from mass consciousness. Unplug from mass consciousness. Number 7. And I will read that one to you as well. Unplug from mass consciousness. There is a belief system based on fear, doubt, and distrust that is known as mass consciousness. It says it is safer to stay with the crowd, not to question what you have been taught. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your financial well-being or your emotional needs. It says you should be afraid and not take risks. It says that if you dare to stand up and live your truth, you'll be lost and alone, humiliated, rejected, or even destroyed. You are being guided to unplug from that system of beliefs. You are capable of a more creative, loving, and soul-satisfying way of living. To access this, Let go of the way that is too small for your soul. The next card that came out, Divine Grace, the Law of Efficiency. Divine Grace, the Law of Efficiency. That is number 32. I'm going to read that one for you as well. Let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you guys. Divine Grace, the Law of Efficiency. It is time your life become easier. It is time for you to walk the way of divine grace with trust, simplicity, and acceptance. You do not have to try to make things happen. You can gracefully act without attachment and trust that all will be as it is meant to be. Surrender your struggles now as you allow your life to serve you with love and kindness. This is the most efficient use of your energy and will lead to the best results. The next card that came out, number 39, Divine Talents. Number 39, Divine Talents. This is good. This is the Lightworker Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, just in case you guys were wondering. Divine Talents. You are a talented soul. Over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attract healing energy, and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own inestimable value. Do not be afraid to use them. Do not be afraid to use them. The message that Divine really wants you to pay close attention to. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. That is number 27. Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. You are elevating your you are elevating your vibration towards the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you are reaching for a high level of attainment. Past pain and self-defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. Christ's consciousness is an expression of divine love that comes straight from the universal heart. It triggers a transmutation and evolution so absolute that we are irrevocable changed. We increasingly become an embodied expression of pure divine will and an unwavering expression of divine love for all who are in need. This process takes lifetimes to complete. As you proceed, you will receive countless blessings to support your journey and fulfill your sole purpose of serving love. There will also be tests. These give the spirit a chance to develop mastery. There will be tests of forgiveness. It is easier to forgive when you don't harbor resentment at natural limitations, which is like being angry at the sun for not shining at night. Natural laws prevail, so whether we are speaking of the sun, a child, or ourselves, as we grow, compassion allows forgiveness to flow more easily. So those are the messages I got from Spirit and Divine tonight. And I do want to say to all of you, we are coming in a time where, you know, us light workers, us empaths, crystal indigos, rainbow star seeds, indigos, like I said earlier, the list goes on, and you really have to be your true authentic self. You know, I remember this Reiki master had met me, and he told me, like, you got to play the part, like, you got to wear the garments, like, that's how you're going to get your clients to come in and, like, get people to believe. And I was like, I think I want to go about it a different way. I said, because at the end of the day, that's why it took me so long to get the courage to come and even see, a psychic advisor, or even consider Reiki, because of, like, the way it was perceived. I said, if I'm going to tell my truth, if I'm going to be truthful to others, I want to dress how I want to dress. I want to look like how I want to look. I'm not going to put on some garments to make me feel like I'm all holy, because at the end of the day, I can heal someone in jeans just as well as I can heal someone in a robe. We are called to be our authentic true self. We are called to walk this light. And I'm not going to walk this light if I can't be anything but myself. And I've worked hard to become the person that I am. I've worked hard to become the person that I have learned to accept. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and put on this facade. I am going to stand in my truth. I am going to lead the path. And I am going to help others like I needed someone to help me when I was going through my journey. Sorry, guys, I'm a little emotional. And I am happy that I am what I am, because as a child, I never understood it. And when you live in a household where people aren't spiritually, knowledgeable, and you're at, from the age of 6 all the way till you're in your 20s, you're still running in the, in your parents' bed, like, let me get in the bed with you, let me get in the bed, I had a nightmare, and it's not a nightmare. And you have to say, like, okay, what is this? Someone help me, somebody show me the way. And then that's when your ancestors step up, and then that's when your family starts to come out, the woodwork, and tell you about the stories of your ancestors, and tell you about how gifts have been passed down from generation to generation, how you are a powerful being, how you are put here to change the world, how you are put here to lead this world into a better vibration. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to shy away from that. I'm always going to speak my truth. And that's why when people meet me, they'll tell you I'm fair, I'm fun, I'm firm, and I don't BS. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. And how am I being my true self? Or how are you being your true self? You are here. You are watching this video because you are meant to shine your light on the world. So never let anyone dim your light. We are in these twin flame collectives and journeys and unions. This isn't all a mistake. And like I said, what the secret really is, they can't tell you one religion is better than the other. They can't tell you reading tarot or being Catholic is wrong. They can't tell you those things, because you know what the real secret is? The real secret is we've all have had past lives. And each past life, we have either been a witch, we have either been spiritually gifted, we have either been a high priestess to the goddess Isis, we have either been a light worker, we have even been, involved with magic and things like that. So at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong. We've all been something at one point in our lives. And just like I told my twin flame one day, I said, listen, you got to get this right, because I don't want to come back and do this all over again. Learn this lesson with me right now so I don't have to do it again. And I told my spiritual advisor that today, and my spiritual advisor started cracking up laughing, was like, yeah, and your divine masculine didn't understand that, did they? And I was like, absolutely not. Because in my past life, my twin flame, I was my twin flame's teacher. And because my twin flame didn't listen, my twin flame was killed. And so here we are again. When my soul saw my twin flame, leaped out and was like, I remember you. I never felt that feeling meeting anyone in my life. And so at the end of the day, you're on this journey. Remember to practice love. Remember to practice unconditional love no matter what. Remember to see this journey for what it really is. Remember to see your spiritual journey for what it really is. Always protect your gifts. Always study. Always make yourself the best product that you can be. We spend so much of our times, just investing in other businesses, working for people for long hours and building their business. But what have you invested in yourself? What have you built in yourself that you can be proud of? Share your light. I tell you, I started my channel a year ago. I was on my channel for 6 months. I didn't post any videos after December 2018. I just started posting videos again in May. From May till now, I have 300 plus subscribers. It's because Divine knew that I wasn't really sure of who I was. So Divine said, you know what, Chrissy, pause. I need to show you something. And I came back better than ever, more spiritual than ever, more knowledgeable than ever, more understanding than ever, more empathy than ever, more unconditional love than ever. Not just for my own personal life, but for animals, for people, for situations. And that's how you have to be. You have to be your authentic, true self. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, like, this is who I am and this is what I accept. And I spent a long time trying to be me, trying to accept me. And I'll be dang if I let anybody come in and tell me what I'm not, and what I am, or what I'm not worth, or what I can't do, or how this is all in my head. Well, you sit back and you watch my work, and then you come back to me later, so because you're gonna need support, you're gonna need help. And am I gonna turn you away? No, I'm not. I'm gonna show you empathy, compassion, and unconditional love. The same way Spirit, the same way Divine, the same way God, the same way Jesus, the same way Mary, the same way Lazarus, the same way Archangel Michael shows us that unconditional love, that undenying love, And this spiritual journey isn't easy. And like I said, it tore me up for all those years because I didn't have the knowledge to just say, I accept. But at the end of the day, if you're astral projection, like projecting in your room, floating around like Harry Potter, do you really think you're going to be talking about I accept? No, because you're unaware. You don't know what's going on. But at that time, Divine was trying to show me, but I was too young. Oh yeah, I thought it was cool. I was like, whoa, like I'm floating in my room. Like, this is dope. I got to that ceiling and the ceiling parted ways, and I went up to like stars, and I was like, put me down. You know what I mean? Like, I can share things like this with you guys because you guys accept me. You guys know what this is about. It's a gift and it's a curse when you can like see something that happens to a family member and you like immediately wake up and you're like, okay, what's going on? Who's this person bothering you? What's up? And they're like, yeah, so this person did this, and you have to catch yourself like, oh my God, like, I gotta watch how I come about this, because even your family will move a little bit differently because they don't understand. But you are being called to do some amazing things in this world. Look at what came out for you tonight. The Pink Rose of Lady Nada. Unplug from mass consciousness. Divine grace, the law of efficiency. Divine talents. You have gifts that you haven't even tapped into yet. And you're getting a glimpse of it, but you're just not paying attention. Like, there's always, like, for example, now it's so dope. Like, I'll be, like today, I was talking to my spiritual advisor, and like, a orb just popped up, a little spark. And I was like, whoa, I'm like, they've been following me since last night, and he just started laughing. And I know he was laughing because he saw the purity in my heart. I was like a little girl, just open and just like so honest and just so pure, because that's how I am in real life. You understand what I'm saying? Not gullible, not naive, but I have, that spiritual, tenacity about myself, and I want you guys to come into your own, and I want you to feel that way. And I am going to post more videos about like your spiritual gifts, how to accept them, how to understand them. I am going to start doing, classes on, Sunday nights on YouTube to help you guys, because like I said, you know, people, helping people, that's so important. It's so important. Because, like, if my auntie wouldn't have never opened up and told me everything that I asked her about and what I wanted to know, I would still be lost in the sauce. And I asked her, I said, Auntie, can I ask you a question? And she said, yeah, baby, you can ask me anything. You know, they from the South. So I said, you ain't gonna be mad at me, are you? And she was like, no, I could never be mad at you. Go ahead and ask me. I said, well, you know, do grandma, like, you know, did grandma have like gifts or something? Like, could she see things? And my, you know, I was nervous, you know, because, you know, you stay in a child place. You don't ask no questions. Even though I'm an adult now, I still respect my elders that way. And she said, no, she said, let me tell you a story, baby. She said, listen. She said, I remember when, you know, your other auntie Ruby was in the hospital and she was pregnant. And she was in, you know, really bad labor pains. And she said, I remember Mama walked over there. And she said, all I know is her face was making these, like, facial, like, movements. And she had her hands on Ruby's belly. And she said, after that, Ruby ain't feel no more pain. And then the doctors came in and just was like, you know, like, what's going on? Like, you know, I mean, her labor pains were killing her. And Auntie Burdine didn't think none of it. She was like, yeah, you know. And she was like, yeah, when Ruby got out of the hospital, she was like, yeah, I didn't feel no more pain because Mama took my pain away. And Auntie Burdine, like, still, like, it's not clicking. And then she remembered, like, in you know, in Arkansas, like, at the house when, you know, they would see, you know, spiritual things and stuff like that. And when Grandma Ruby was speaking tongue, and when, you know, she was real protective of her hands, and like how when she got gangrene in her hands, that she refused to let the doctors cut her hands off, and she was like, no, you ain't touching my hands. And so as I understood that, like, my hands became more powerful, and how that came about, it was because I remember this boy was so like, and he just had so much anxiety, like he lost something, and I just remember looking at him, and I walked over and I like put my hands on his chest, and I was like, it's gonna be okay, like, go find what you're looking for. And he came back, you know, swinging his keys because he lost his keys and he would have had no way to get in the house. And he was like, I'm like, you find him? He's like, yeah. But that next day after that, he never spoke to me. And he never looked at me again. And that's what made me start asking questions. Because I was like, why is he acting weird? And then another situation happened. And it caused me to ask more questions until I started to learn. And so I remember going to my first Reiki session. And I remember talking to the Reiki master. And I said, he was like, you know what? You know, Reiki, you use your arms, you use your hands a lot. And he was saying, you know, like, I have this pain. And then I looked at him and I was just like, yeah. I said, I think I can take it out. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, what's your procedure? Like, how do you do it? And I was like, I don't know. I just put my hands on, and then I like let go after like 5 minutes. Cause like, I really didn't know like the information behind it, you know, cause I'm still like fresh, new. But like for my sight, seeing spirits and like stuff like that and all that, like that I had under the bag. Like I know like how to tune in and like do all that. And so like I placed my hands on him, and then you know, and like maybe like 4 minutes went by, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. And then he was like, and I was like, you know, what happened? Like, is everything okay? And he was like, yeah. He was like, at first my arm got really hot. He was like, and then it got really cold. He was like, I'm gonna email you and I'm gonna tell you like how I feel after a couple days. After a couple days, he emailed me. He said, oh my God, he's like, it's completely gone. And he was like, I feel weird because like now I feel like my left side is like brand new, and my right side is like trying to catch up. And so we laughed about it. And then that's when he's, you know, told me like, you know, you can make a lot of money doing this, man, like 10,000, you know, 15,000, you know, patient. And I was just like, whoa, I got so scared. I was like, I was like, well, I was told like when you do this, like you're supposed to do it from God's love, like not greedy. And then he smiled at me and he was like, you know what, you're right. So at the end of the day, like whatever your gifts are, like always remember like there should be an exchange. So when I talk about my channel and I say like, you know, I wanted to save up to get this iPad for you guys, because, you know, my MacBook was just like, the fan was just making so much noise. And the minute, one of my subscribers had brought it to my attention, I was like, I need to fix that. Like, they're saying there's an issue, I need to fix it, because this is for you, this is supporting you, this is helping you, and also like guiding us all together to support each other on these journeys. There's other videos I watch or channels that I watch that would help you a lot, like Twin Flame Healer, Jupiter 1111, Conscious Evolution, who else? Healing the Centauro. There's Star Moon Angel 1111, I believe. Who else? Happy Soul Coach. Like, there's so many, channels that I watch that really motivates me and inspires me. And I'm not going to stop being my true, authentic self. And like I said, there'll be more videos, and we'll go on the journey of how I started my journey and how I realized my journey. And I'm going to be with you guys every step of the way. I don't care what time you email me. I don't care how many times you write me. I will write you back. I also want to give a shout out to Virginia. She sent a $10 exchange donation for the video she watched, which is going to be put towards me purchasing this iPad. And I just want to say thank you so much, like, for your love, for your divine support, for your likes, your shares, your comments, for helping me be who I am. And I really appreciate it. You guys just do not know from the bottom of my heart, because I know you are connecting with me. I know you understand this journey that I'm on, and you're looking for someone to support you and help you and guide you, to where you're destined to be. And speaking to my spiritual advisor today, my spiritual advisor had, confided in me, like, you are here to lead, like, you are here to teach, you are here to change the world. And I know that because I've been, I've seen visions. And sometimes if you don't understand something before you go to sleep, ask Divine and you'll get that vision. So for example, I asked Divine on separate occasions. The first thing I asked one time was like, what is it with my hands? Like, what is it? Like, where is this coming from? And then I went to sleep, and immediately, like, I was shown like women around in a circle, and then like there was this beautiful light in the middle of their palms as they like held their palms like side by side like that, like you're accepting something. And in the palm was this beautiful light, and as the light transferred to each palm around the circle, and it was women. And so I said, okay, I come from that strong background of the shaman women, the medicine women. My great grandma Essie and Belle were medicine women. They dealt with the herbs. They had those gifts. And then I asked him one time, like, show me what I'm supposed to do. Show me what I'm supposed to do. And then there's this vision came, and then I remember like this man laying in a hospital bed, and I walk over to him, and like I'm talking to him, and then like he's telling me like his emotional like problems and things that he's dealing with. Somebody got me and took me to this person. And so as I look at him, I'm talking to him, and I place my hand on his heart, and then he just lights up. And then it fast forwards to another room where I'm standing there, and then more people are walking up to me, and as I touch them, they walk away. As I touch them, they walk away, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. And then the next vision that I asked, I said, please just like help me get some understanding around this. And again, like, I'm shown people being led to me. I touch them. And I have been told that anybody that come into my life, that comes into contact with me, that they experience immediately pure abundance. Their life changes. They're put on a better path. And I awaken others, and that's been so true. Every time someone looks in my eyes, it's automatically like boom. So that's why some people, it's hard for them to look me in my face, because it's like, as one said, they was like, it's just hard. Like when you look, it's like you kind of get stuck there, like, and it's like, they say when they look at me and I look them back with my eyes, it's like I'm seeing through their soul. And I know what they mean by that. And I just laugh and like play it off, like, downplay it. Because when I'm at work, I'm at work. But it doesn't matter, like, what you're called to do is what you're called to do. Do not be afraid to have an exchange donation either. If someone wants you to read for them, you can do, like, as long as there's some type of exchange. Okay, I'll read for you okay? And then you get me a bottle of water. It doesn't always have to be about cash or, you know, materialistic things, because you as a spiritual, you cannot be depleted. And when you're giving and giving and giving, because when you start to realize your gifts and you see how dope it is, you just want to practice and do stuff on everyone just because you want to, you know, get yourself to that high vibration that you want to be at, and more experience. But experience will come with time. Like you'll get each gift when you've mastered the other. So for example, my sight came first. The no My empathy, like, so feeling in the emotions, and I just thought I was a depressed kid, so like, but now I understand. But the empathy came first, the light working came first, the sight was from birth. So that just, I don't never really count that, it's just always was there. And then like the healing hands was like introduced, and then it was like my metaphysical topic, the metaphysical topics, like or objects, like the tarot, crystals, pendulum, crystal ball, all of this, it starts to come, you know, by one after the other. And then it was the singing bowl. So at the end of the day, they all come when, you know, when you need to learn it. My herbs, and I told my spiritual advisor today, like with the herbs, I really want to make sure that I, you know, make the right, you know, mixtures and do things like that, because like he even expressed it, I know it comes from my grandmother, that, you know, get into herbology, because like that's going to help a lot of people, like making sure that you have the right herbs for your sicknesses and things like that. And anybody that know me can tell you that I don't get sick. I don't take medicine. I don't, unless it's like 911, like me getting like a surgery or something like that. Other than that, I don't take medicine. I don't have perm in my hair. I try to keep everything natural as possible, because, you know, that interferes with your connection. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'm not even depleted, but I just feel so overjoyed just by the love and just support and like the care that you guys have shown me, and like accepting me, and, you know, loving me. Because like at the end of the day, like, you know, you can watch anybody's channel, but there's something special that we have, that we've built, that we have connected with. Because, you know, I'm just being my authentic true self. I'm not going to sit here and wear robes, and I'm going to sit here and you see like, you know, stuff hanging everywhere, like all kind of candles lit. I mean, maybe in the future I'll do like a couple candles just to dedicate to my spirit guides. And that's when I have my own like spiritual space. Because right now I'm just right from my bedroom. But if you guys have any questions, you can send me your questions in the comment section. If you want to book a reading with me, again, earlier this week, Miss Pina booked a reading and just was blown away by like me not needing names or birth dates or anything like that. And she wanted a twin flame reading, and I was just on point with everything. And like, that's just how it always been. I don't need names. I don't need birth dates. I just need you to connect with me, and I'll take it from there. And another thing I want to tell you about your spiritual gifts is like, whatever you do, always do the right things, because if you start to misuse your gifts, they'll be taken away. So say for example, me being immature, I was giving someone some advice, but I wanted to make, you know, I was, instead of me doing it from like the spiritual place, I was doing it from the 3D place. And so divine blurred my vision, so I could see my visions, I can see things, but it would be like cloudy, and I would have to really tune in just to get the face of like the images and stuff like that. Until one day I realized what was happening, and I was like, oh, because of this one thing that I did. I was like, I'm so sorry, like I apologize, like I will never do that again, like, you know, because at the end of the day, you want to help everybody, but you also have to do the right thing. So at least I learned early. So going forward, there won't be no slip ups. If you guys have any questions, please leave me a message in the comment section. Again, it's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo. I love you all. I'm sending you love and light. Share, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to donate to my channel, the energy exchange donation information is in the description box. But again, love and light, and to all of my new subscribers and the ones who've already been following me, I love you so, so much. All right, guys. Good night.